Two former TI champions matching up against each other here in the upper bracket at MDL Disneyland. Team Liquid, of course, the TI7 champs who have kept the same roster. Evil Geniuses, only 2 TI winners here, and only one of them from the TI5 Evil Geniuses. That would be Sumail, but we've also got S4 in there, the TI3 winner. It feels like both these teams, though, their best glory days are kind of behind them, and they're looking to be able to reclaim the top dog spot. Because I look at both these teams, and they were, at one time, best in the world, but of the last year or so, it feels like they're more consistently top 3, but not necessarily the grand final winners at the end of the day.
You see what S4 just did there, by the way?
Of course, that's a classic.
Dope.
Running in.
Stack up the return.
Stack up the retaliate stacks.
Retaliate.
So the very first wave that you get.
But one of them has to go down. I want to see some high-skill Dota.
Yeah, it feels like very similar to the matchup of Virtus Pro and Team Liquid that we got to cast during the group stage.
Mind Control uses Treants. He's going to zone out 2 heroes, which he does very well on this hero of his Retaliate plus his Double Edge.
Yeah, at least like Brood can't harass you really out of lane too much because you're getting Retaliate stacks back at him.
Oh, Sumail's getting the treatment. Let me say, as a mid laner, when I have to play off lane and I'm not used to getting what we call the treatment,
and take away his ego and ask for help like that.
I mean, the way he learned Vices was by watching Cheesy replays. There's a lot of crit.
Stun, Burrow Strike. Crit is going to be able to jump away to the orb, but he's already slowed down by the Splinter Blast, so he is dead. GH will pick up the first blood.
In this game is that it switches your bottom lane around too hard. Like, it just makes... Oh, almost losing the courier here, but should be just fine. But I do think this bottom lane is not meant to be the lane that they expected. As the arrow,
nice arrow! It went through the trees, caught GH by surprise. He does have a Burrow Strike. He has a Sandstorm, but doesn't have a chance to blow either one as the silence chained perfectly with the arrow stun.
Hidden barrier of knowledge that I think a lot of people think there is. You know, you want to do something, just watch the Couple-Man Brood replays, and you'll get the same experience he did.
Good Burrow Strike. Arteezy is in a bit of trouble here, but there's already the Maledict on Mind Control. Mind Control realizes that without the Drow Ranger, he can actually just straight up fight Fly, even with the Maledict on him. There's going to be another Burrow Strike coming up, and Fly should be dying here, as they are going to swap lanes, actually. They're going to bring Sumail over here, nails him with another great arrow. Sumail pops the Starstorm, and that will be all for GH.
Very mechanically skilled. He's had a great time mid. He's already picked up the Vanguard, but it's just Sumail's game because of the switch that they had to make.
Oh, the arrow lands on a miracle. They're going to get the TP in for the Centaur to chain that stun, and with that magic damage, that Cold Embrace doesn't make a difference. Kuro, it doesn't actually have the Arctic Burn up, so he can't really fly away to safety here, but he's going to get a haste rune. That'll help him get away. The arrow should easily be dodged by Kuro. It is...
I guess the one way to do it is just to keep hitting like these arrows.
Oh, crit. He threw the next round of webs to give his spiders the extra bit of movement speed to get the kill. He actually got it. Broodmother. Like, what are you looking for him to do?
I think he just needs to power level farm.
Wise bit.
Because right now, I think this Matama-Man Brood pick, it was such a nice trump card.
Good catch onto GH here. He's going to start popping the epicenter. They don't have a stun to be able to stop it, but he is going to fall here. Now Sumail thinking about throwing out the arrow. There's going to be some neutral creeps in his way. Now he throws it out. Mind Control does manage to dodge it, but the Stampede is going to be allow them to catch up eventually here. Mind Control is trying to juke the stun from S4, but S4 is just going to wait it out until he finally gets fully on top of the Furion, guaranteeing the kill. But Matamba-Man, who had his mid-tier 1 tower kill delayed so long by S4. The moment S4 leaves,
with Mind Control to take that top tower, but it was just the simple rotation of GH that was able to do it, as they're going to go for the smoke the second time around towards this bottom lane because they really want to take that bottom tower.
Yeah.
Like, I will always say in my Dota the 2 things that you want to do is take the enemy safe lane tower and the mid tower.
They're going to go for mid, the Broodmother, bottom lane. They are going to be able to get the epicenter onto Arteezy, who baited himself out, thinking his team was going to rotate over, but instead they went for mid, and now Fly is going to die to the Broodmother. Matamba-Man hasn't taken a lick of damage, so now he sees his opportunity to get his hero in the fight as well. Chasing after S4, 2 heroes down from Evil Geniuses. S4 will be able to blink backwards, but straight into the Arctic Burn of Kuro. Slowly but surely, he's going to be run down here. Does have the Stampede, though. Held on to it for a while, actually runs back in.
Liquid is going to go for the high ground right now. Very unpredicted. with this Aegis Morphling as
Arrow coming in. Look at that. S4 actually kills the spiders, so the Arrow can come in and actually nail Matumba Man. He has the Maledict on. Unfortunately, there's going to be the Winter's Curse. Matumba Man pops his BKB, but he can't actually lifesteal off of this Centaur because he's invulnerable right now. Now the Stampede goes down. Matumba Man heals a little bit. GH is going to die underneath all of this. A really great death ward in the back lines. S4 stays alive, but unfortunately for Sumail, he gets popped by that Wrath of Nature. Arteezy is unable to save that top tier 3 as well. That was actually, I legit think this was a dream engagement for EG, and they're still going to lose it pretty heavily here. Unless Miracle somehow dies, he's overextended himself. He's going to die once here for sure.
he doesn't have Manta up all the way.
He doesn't have Manta, but they don't have silences? I don't think either silence is up right now. They do have the Spirit Vessel, though. That's going to be very important. Miracle is able to get the other side of the cliff, though. Matumba Man does the same, thanks to the webs. S4 has his blink up, though. He's going to be able to catch Matumba Man.
He doesn't have BKB right now, and this is going to force him to backpedal at least a little bit, but he pops the ult. They're just trying to kite right now. Do not underestimate the damage that this puck puts out. Like, it forces a lot of different heroes to kind of be useless.
Matumba Man spotted by the arrow, but not going to be hit by it. Instead, going to be
goes on GH
here.
It actually hits GH.
You know, somehow, like, I've watched Evil Geniuses, like, get kills.
They got another kill.
They aren't going to be able to get mind control here.
This is how you start the comeback.
But how have I watched these kills happen? And I've seen Liquid's net worth lead go from 8,000 to 9,000, 10,000 is still a 9K.
I think going for a straight 5-on-5 fight right now is still quite scary for them.
And we should say that, TP in. They're going to try and go for Arteezy. Arteezy desperately needs help. He cannot afford a pick off here as he's already a little bit low on net worth. He's going to go for the TP out. They don't have a disable apparently. Oh, they do. Winter's Curse is up. Arrow actually not going to land on mind control. Evil Genius is going to try and come back in and see if they can bail out Arteezy, but he's dead to the Broodmother. They have the Maledict.
Looks like an okay fight.
A lot of burst damage onto this Broodmother. There is going to be that cold embrace, but the magic damage is going to cut him down anyway. They do have the cast bouncing over on Miracle. GH goes in his back line, finds the big hit onto both the Mirana as well as the Witch Doctor. Jump forward from Miracle, turning into Mirana, trying to get some damage onto Crit. Crit managed to dodge a little bit, but the waveform should be enough to finish him off now. Sumail knows he can't take a man fight against Miracle either. S4 hits a stun onto GH. The arrow is enough from Sumail. They don't have a chain stun for him, so we will be able to burrow strike back. But S4 continues to chase, blinking forward, getting more damage on it. They spot GH one more time, get the Spirit Vessel. He will fall. 3 dead on the side of Liquid. Evil Geniuses, though, thankfully for Evil Geniuses, they still have a small window where they can get.
They gotta go now.
They need to be able to get that orb inside and jump, but unfortunately, that is too late.
Time to get out.
Already on to Miracle. They do land the arrow onto mind control, but
And Liquid did not hesitate walking into that pit.
GH does manage to get the burrow strike on right here.
He TP'd into the arrow.
He TP'd into the arrow. Oh, no! They're going to go for the fast kill, but there is Miracle here. Bam! He just takes out Sumail. The Moonlight Shadow will help Arteezy get away. They thought they had laid a trap for mind control, but that's the thing. Liquid know they're ahead. They're going to play this 5-man style as much as possible.
The Crimson Guard made it so that, I mean, normally he would die in 4 hits there.
Yeah.
But really nice arrow anyways. Like, the timing of it was fantastic. There was literally no time for mind control to pop his BKB.
S4 dares to jump outside the pit. He's got 3,000 HP with the Shivas, so I don't blame him for thinking about that. They've got to get an initiation, otherwise they're just going to get their buildings chipped away by Broodmother and Morphlings. So
they're going to wait for all their heroes to be up 10 seconds.
S4's got to be careful though. Oh, the Burrow Strike misses, and now the silence on a Miracle. He's going to pop the Manta, goes for the one-shot onto S4. He is dead. He doesn't actually have buyback. That is real troublesome for Evil Geniuses. You said in order to win this game, it's going to be a large part on the back of this Centaur. And now, if Liquid just dare to keep going, they may be able to take 2 or 3 lanes of racks with this full minute of the Centaur gone.
Yeah, they're being tentative right now because they think that there's a good chance that S4 has buyback, but they'd be wrong.
Paralyzing Cast gonna bounce around, does nail back to Matumba Man here. Big nukes, not gonna be enough to kill the Witch Doctor. Now they get the coil out. Matumba Man does have his BKB, he's gonna pop it. His GH hits a beautiful burrow strike. He doesn't manage to get off the epicenter though, but still, Crit is dead, and Diffuser Blade slowing down Sumail while he goes for Arteezy. Moonlight Shadow's gonna go out. Evil Geniuses, with only 3 alive, have to poke and prod at Liquid and somehow stop them from getting off these Raxes, but also not die to the initiation as GH finds another jump for Arteezy. They're going to finish up this mid lane of Rax. 20 seconds now for the Centaur. but still a full minute for the puck, and they need that Dream Coil pretty badly, and look how fast Miracle does take down these buildings. Evil Geniuses just seemingly do not have a response here. That is going to be Megas, and that is going to be Evil Geniuses calling it here. A valiant effort by the North American team to stretch this game out, but to be honest, it just looked over from the draft.
Oh yeah,
the way the lanes were set up, we were trying to, give a little hope to